You might not realize it, but skins are secretly the most important and complicated things in gaming right now. They're the lifeblood that's pumping through your favorite titles, keeping them relevant and, yes, profitable. But they're far more than money-generating machines. In fact, they weren't even created for that purpose. As far back as the 1980s, amateur programmers and modding enthusiasts practiced their craft by reskinning pre-existing games to their liking. And this might just be the earliest traceable use of skins in a gaming context.
Your meme hypothesis does intrigue me.
Ancestors to the skins of today were simple color palette deviations, designed solely to distinguish between characters. But the first game to implement skins as we know them was actually Sonic Adventure 2 in 2001. In Sega's 3D platformer, players were able to download free Christmas-themed costumes for the characters in its Versus mode. However, it wasn't until 5 years later that skins really started to make some noise, when The Elder Scrolls IV: Oblivion was released. A few months after its launch, Bethesda began rolling out paid downloadable content, the most infamous of which being horse armor that cost $2.50. And while the equestrian wardrobe was purely cosmetic and didn't affect gameplay at all, that didn't stop people from being pissed about it.
It's not fair! It's not fucking fair!
That outrage seems a bit melodramatic today, but back then, it was sort of understandable. Bonus costumes would have just been unlockable content in the era before Xbox Live, but now it was only available at an additional cost.
You've got to be kidding.
People thought Bethesda had lost the plot with this money-grubbing approach, but others saw it differently. Valve adopted a similar strategy and experimented with it in Team Fortress 2 with the introduction of hats, strictly cosmetic items that were attainable through playing the game. With the community responding favorably to these collectibles, Valve created an entire economy around them, allowing players to craft, buy, sell, and trade hats amongst each other, or acquire them through crates. The hat economy transformed Team Fortress 2 into a cash cow for Valve, and it wasn't long before similar systems were added to Dota 2 and CSGO.
I'm opening a vent artist right now, about to get another knife. Know what I'm saying, homie? Let's fucking.
I'm getting another knife.
Oh my gosh, knife! Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god! Josh, I just got a fucking knife! I just got a fucking knife!
Shut up.
It's pretty easy to understand why people took to liking skins, and why they've become so lucrative for game publishers. Not only did they further incentivize playing a game, but they offered players a chance to express themselves by personalizing their favorite characters, weapons, and yes, their rocket cars too.
Holy fucking shit!
Nice ride.
Skins have also become a sort of envious in-game status symbol, and the rarest ones are capable of drawing real excitement.
Alright, next box. Legendary, baby, come on! Oh! Ryan! I like the bit in the colors. I like the gold. The portraits are amazing too.
I'm so fucking hyped. Holy shit, I knew it was coming. You saw my Ira Arcana 2017, but I did not expect this shit to be announced right fucking now. I've been so... Oh, we got it! Yes! Let's go!
It wasn't long before other game developers and publishers caught on to Valve's hat strat and brought it into their own franchises, eventually leading to the now popular games as a service model. Give the game away for free, or at least cheap, and make most of your money by nickel and diming players on new content, namely skins. By constantly adding new skins, games like Fortnite and League of Legends are looking to entice two groups of players. Those who might buy one or two for their favorite characters, and hardcore collectors who will splurge on dozens of them.
I can quit anytime I want.
And over the years, developers have made it harder and harder for us to save money by producing some absolute masterpieces. From Fortnite's incredible banana skin, which gets riper the longer you survive in a match,
Wait. I got you, baby. Woo!
to Riot's increasingly elaborate multimedia crossover skins, to Ubisoft's community meme tribute, Lord Tachanka.
LMG, mounted and loaded.
But not all skins are created equal. There are some truly disgusting, awful, and terrible ones that you will be judged for picking. Like cybergoth Zarya, who looks like a Fall Out Boy fan that fell in a vat of creatine. Or Ken's weird greaser skin in Street Fighter V, only made worse by his unnerving grin. Or Lollipoppy, Riot Games' most unforgivable, nightmarish creation.
Any of you kids got any crack?
That being said, quality isn't the only thing that decides a skin's value. And while Riot and Blizzard might raise the prices on more elaborate ones, that's not the case with CSGO and Dota. Valve's skin market works on the principle of supply and demand, so fans ultimately determine their value. Basically, the more people want a skin and the harder it is to find, the more expensive it becomes. Just look at the Dragonlore skin for the AWP, which goes for anywhere from $800 to $2,000 depending on the quality. And that's just on the Steam marketplace. Even more money can be made through shady dealings elsewhere.
What are you buying?
Meanwhile, Dota does it one better. After people memed on how shitty, common, and completely worthless Pugna's Netherlord Regalia set was, Valve made only 25 golden versions of the skin. With so few in existence and the history of the meme pushing up the value, the golden Netherlord Regalia is almost never up for sale because the asking price can be crazy. Well, except for when some poor sucker doesn't realize its worth and sells it for $3.50. Now, there is a seedier side to these colorful cosmetics. In Street Fighter, some outfits are capable of camouflaging your character on certain stages, and there are even examples of skins that obscure hitboxes so much that they're actually banned from tournament play. League of Legends players have been thrown off by certain skins too, like Arcade Sona's Aura Indicator, which is much closer to its accurate size than her base skins. And while Riot does occasionally fix these apparent skin buffs, they're not as high on the priority list. But outside of having a potentially adverse effect on gameplay, skins have also become intertwined with gambling. And because they have real-world value in games like CSGO and Dota, they're often used as chips in online casinos, where people bet on coin flips, roulette spins, and actual CSGO matches. Unfortunately, in esports, that's led to some serious cases of match fixing, where players have bet on their own games and intentionally lost them for cash or a cut of the skin pool.
Right there. Can they line up for him? What is he doing? Why did he hesitate so much? Doesn't matter.
You're despicable.
That's not to say that skins are bad by default, because they can absolutely be forces of good too. For example, League of Legends and Street Fighter immortalize their world champions by giving them in-game skins. And sometimes the champion uses it to basically put themselves in the game.
He paid for it with his life! Wow!
Also, in Rainbow Six Siege and Overwatch, purchasing team-based skins not only allows fans to express their allegiances in-game, but it also contributes financial support to their favorite rosters. On top of that, skins can encourage diversity and representation in games, offering players more of a chance to identify with characters than ever before. And of course, skins can be powerful forces for affecting positive change in the world. Just look at how Blizzard used their Pink Mercy skin to help raise awareness and money for breast cancer research in May 2018. At the end of the day, skins are a lot of things. They're trophies, gambling chips, insane money sinks, and a commodity that's changed an entire industry. But more importantly, they're goofy virtual costumes that allow us to express ourselves, connect with characters, and keep us hooked on games for years at a time. And most importantly, they can be highly effective tools for making money. And that's currently what I need. So I'm happy to announce that I'll be selling some official What Is skins. Common English Hooligan Matt, Rare Dr. Disrespect the Bathroom Sean, Epic Mischievous Wallowee Josh, and of course, legendary Drunken Office Pool Champion Miles. At a meager $50 per skin, you'll be able to fully fund my retirement from hosting. So check out the link in the description below.
I don't think this is allowed, Miles.
All right, Matt, I'll make them 25 for you.
I'll take 4.
Or Ken's weird greaser skin in Street Fighter V, only made worse by his unnerving grin. He's a bit of a perv. I'm really sad there's no Buffalo Bill sound up in here. It opens a loot box for the skin or it gets the hose again. I think you're also might be too far from me. You might want to, if possible, project a bit closer towards the mic.
Bring the old bag over closer.
Yeah, bring your old bag over closer. And I'm not talking about your mom.